Do you constantly second guess yourself, even when your intuition feels right? I want you to imagine that doubt could actually be your stepping stone to growth. In this video, we're going to break through self-doubt together and step you forward today into deeper trust and into confidence. We're going to do that using practical spiritual, psychological, and energy shifting tips. So let's go through what we're going to cover. First of all, we're going to talk about what are the real root causes of any self-doubt that you're experiencing. I'm also going to share with you how I personally overcame struggles with doubt and the spiritual gift, the spiritual lesson that I got from doubt so that you can take that lesson forward too. And we're going to look at why it is that you might currently be trusting other people more than yourself. We're also going to break what I call the doubt loop, and we're going to interrupt quite a number of lies that doubt tells you. And we're going to do that by exposing the myth and the lies in those ideas, and we're going to reframe them. You're going to walk away from this video with a reframed mindset that's going to help you move forward. We're also going to process the doubt energy out of your system. We're going to talk about strengthening your intuition and inner trust, and we're going to learn about how to live in alignment with our soul with greater trust and confidence. So stay tuned, as throughout this video, we're going to actually do several guided little energy alchemy processes using things like breath work, EFT tapping, and divine connection to upgrade you out of doubt and into soul alignment. Okay, so let's dive right in and explore what is really going on behind self-doubt and how it might be showing up in your life. Now, there are three main root causes behind doubt. The first is mindset conditioning, the second is emotional blocks, and the third is spiritual disconnection. We're going to go through each one of these so you understand what it looks like, and I want you to pay attention to what rings true for you. So the first one, mindset conditioning. That is limiting beliefs, expectations that you have of yourself or other people have of you, societal norms that you are trying to live inside of. Because we pick these things up. You sure as heck weren't born with those things, but when you're born and you start to grow up in this world, you get raised and your mind picks up all sorts of perspectives and ideas about who you think you are and who other people are and what life is about and how to get by and how to be safe and how to be good. And we pick these up through four main things: our upbringing, what our parents and family teach us, our education, the experiences that we're having, and the things we get exposed to. And as a result of all of that, our mind starts to formulate beliefs. Oh, this is who I am. Oh, this is who I am. Oh, this is what I'm capable of. Oh, this is what I'm not capable of. In summary, you believe certain things, and those certain things you believe can keep you stuck in doubt. The second way, or the second root cause of doubt, is difficult emotions that get stored and stuck inside your system, inside your body, and in your energy field. These can be difficult emotions from the past that you haven't processed and released, unprocessed trauma and fears, and unprocessed energy distorts our energy system. That then distorts the way that we think, the way that we interact with other people in life. It clouds our ability to think clearly and to behave freely the way that we want to. And so as a result of these things, our mindset and our emotions, we sometimes get caught in a loop, okay? Now, I want you to think about this. Doubt is just energy, okay? That's all it is. It's just energy. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing to be afraid of. All emotions are energy in motion. Emotion is energy in motion. All emotions. Fear, stress, anxiety, joy, happiness, all of it. It's all just energy in motion inside your system. Your system is like an electrical circuit board. There's energy flowing, okay? So consider this. If you're having doubt in your life right now, doubt is not your enemy, it's just energy. Doubt's not your enemy, it's just energy. And we can, in this process and in this video today, we can befriend it, we can process the energy, and we can grow from it. Okay, I've got you covered. We're going to go through how to do this. So in summary, the one or two big causes that really get us stuck in doubt to start with are mindset conditioning and emotions, stuck emotions. But there is a big third missing bit that when people are trying to overcome doubt and they're doing therapy-based modalities to change their mindset and trying to force their mind to change, or maybe they're releasing and healing emotions and still doubt comes up. And that is because there is a third root, and the third root is spiritual disconnection, where you have been ripped from or disconnected from or led astray from the core of who you are and what you belong to and where you come from. So I call that your soul. Other people say your higher self and source, God, creator, divinity to which you belong. If you don't have a relationship or foundation with something like that in your life, often it feels like you're doing your life alone. You're doing it alone inside your mind and in your tiny little body on this giant planet with so many people, and it can feel scary and you start to doubt yourself. You're like, there's 8 billion other people here, and who am I and how do I know what to do? And the problem is this disconnection for most people starts very young. We're born, we arrive into our family, and we, what I call, fall asleep inside the dream of being human and nothing more. I'm just my body and I'm a little personality and I'm trying to do life. And we have lost sight of the fact that we are very powerful, otherworldly beings, souls poured into bodies from divinity, from the one mind, the love and consciousness of all creation is what gives life to us. That's how powerful we are. And we stop realizing that and we start thinking, I've just got to rely on myself and my mind to try to get by in this world. You are definitely going to doubt yourself if you think that's all you've got to live your life by. It is natural that doubt is going to come up if that is the foundation that you live from. So due to mental, emotional, and spiritual rifts happening inside of us, of course we're going to have doubt. Of course we're going to find ourselves doubting our directions, second-guessing our decisions. And what is the ripple effect of that? Your confidence drops. Your relationships become rocky. You're not quite sure about your goals. You don't really bring confidence to your career. Everything gets affected. So I want you to pause now for a moment and ask, where is doubt affecting my life? And then I want you to drop a comment below. I can't wait to hear from you. I love to connect. And just let me know so we can take the journey together. Given that we understand how self-doubt originates, totally makes sense, mindset conditioning, built-up emotions, unprocessed, and potentially spiritual disconnection, I want to share with you a personal experience to highlight how doubt can impact the journey that we're on in life, and also a very valuable spiritual life lesson that I learned, so you can take the lesson and the gold from it if you want to. So there was a period in my life where I had immense anxiety and stress, and a sense of purposelessness in my life and also largely in my career. And then in 2010, I had a very big spiritual awakening, and it set me off on a whole new path in life. And at the time, I did not know what this path was going to lead to. There was a lot of uncertainty. I only knew a few things. I knew that where I had been was my past, and that was done. I knew that where I was standing in my present, I was grateful for it, but the chapter was closing. And where I was going was, I sensed inside it was something better and something more aligned and higher, but I did not know what that looked like. Now, that can be very exciting, and I had a lot of anticipation and excitement, but doubt was at the party because the changes ahead, and this may be the case for you, they felt big. What are your changes that you're considering? Is there something that's going on that's causing you to create doubt and experience doubt about your path ahead? For me, I had a big lifestyle change, a huge career change, and a location change, and all three things started to happen at the same time. as a result of that, a lot of doubtful inner dialogue started up. I started to think things like, what on earth am I doing? Am I crazy? Things seem fine on the surface to everybody else. Am I risking too much? Should I really be doing this? Question, question, question. Have I lost the plot? Am I going to regret this? Looking around at everybody else and thinking, maybe I should just do what everyone else is doing. They're all going in that direction. Maybe I should go in that direction. Maybe I should take the safe path. Do I follow this weird thing inside that they call intuition? And doubt can plague you and it keeps you stuck. Now, here's the interesting thing about wanting an expanded life. When you want to be, do, or have something somewhere, and it's not something you've experienced before, meaning you have no lived experience of it, you have no lived evidence of your capability to do it, and maybe there is no clear path forward and you don't even know how to do it or where you're going, then what are you navigating on? The answer is you're navigating on your heart, your intuition, and your vision alone. And that is courageous, and it is no small thing. I want to share with you a quote that I love from Joseph Campbell that I hope will demonstrate for you courage and help you to know that if you're feeling this way, because you have maybe changes you want to make and you're feeling doubt, you can keep this quote in mind. The quote goes like this: if you can see your path laid out in front of you, step by step, then you know it's not your path. Your path you make with every step you take. Meaning, you've got to forge your path into unknown territory. So, when self-doubt comes up, I want you to know this. It is often, not always, but often, it is a sign that you are simply reaching the precipice of your known territory that you already know how to navigate. You are on the cusp of a new horizon. And what lays beyond that is uncertainty. And you have to choose one of two camps to live in as you go over into unknown territory. You are either going to live in doubt, or you are going to double, triple, quadruple down on trust, 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 trust as you forge your own path. Trusting in yourself, trusting in life, trusting in your intuition. Now, when you experience doubt, it is a beautiful opportunity because what it is calling you to do is it's forcing you to tune into intuition, and it's forcing you to learn how to trust. Because you're either going to be in doubt or you're going to be in trust. You cannot be in both, so you have to pick. And in that experience of doubt, when you know it feels terrible and you don't want to live that way anymore, guess what happens? It prompts you into an essential part of your evolution as a human being, your spiritual evolution, and into this living a life of trust and faith, whatever that means to you. And new horizons, whatever you want to do, maybe you're feeling doubt because you're getting a promotion at work and you're not sure if you'll be very good at it. Maybe you're feeling doubt because you're putting yourself out on the dating scene and you want to meet people, but you're lacking in confidence. Who knows what it is, whatever it is for you. But new horizons, whether it's in your career, relationships, financial investments, whatever is going on for you, that new horizon, that unknown territory, that is where you are going to come alive. That is where you are going to expand and become more of who you were born to be. That evolution is not going to happen inside your safe zone where you have already been living. So here's the life lesson. Reflecting on my journey, I realized that one of the biggest reasons I struggled with self-doubt, and I want you to see if this is true for you, was because I was unknowingly placing more trust in other people than I placed in myself. Now, why would we do that? And how can we shift it? Because it's very common as a problem. The reason is, first of all, it is a huge responsibility to make your own decisions for your own life, for yourself. If you choose for yourself, if you trust yourself and you make your own choices, then you and you alone are responsible for the results of your choices and any ups or any downs. And if we don't choose and we instead look around to follow someone else, then we assume that they're responsible. And that is a huge falsehood. When we don't trust ourselves and we put our trust in other people and then we follow them because we don't want to be responsible, if it does not go well, it is not their responsibility. It is ours. And this is a huge life lesson. Why do we do this to ourselves? The reason is we want to offload the weight and the burden of having to make decisions, because it can be confronting. Which way do I go? What do I choose? Do I leave the relationship, not leave it? Do I start the job or not start the job? Shall I start the business or not start the business? Do I move locations? If I do, where do I go? Right? It's going to affect the trajectory of our life. And here's the thing about placing trust in other people. It often feels a lot safer to rely on authority figures, society, the government, teachers, experts, your partner, family. It feels safer to let them handle it, and we just kind of abdicate our choices. And why do we do that? There's a very good reason. Having self-studied and studied other people doing this, it's because we deem other people to know something better than we do. Why do we think they know better than we do? People that display confidence or seem to have wisdom or seem to have courage, they seem strong, and so we want to lean on them because we may not feel clear, we may not feel strong, we may not feel courage. And so we want to follow people that do. Now, this is often happening completely unconsciously because we actually learn from a really young age to follow other people and not trust ourselves. Here's what it looks like. When you're little, they're telling you what to do. Your parents are telling you what to do, of course. Your grandparents are telling you what to do. Then you go to school, and what happens at school? The teachers are telling you what to do. Then you go into society. Now who's telling you? Your boss is telling you what to do. The government is telling you what to do. You're getting told, don't do this, do that, avoid that risk. This is often accidentally stripping us of our confidence and our trust in our own self. So on your life journey, something beautiful happens. You wake up to this pattern and you realize that you have to start to build a trust in your own inner guidance system. For me, in my journey, it took me a while to actually wake up to what was happening. I was placing all my trust in family, bosses, authority figures, anyone that seemed wiser than me, my own husband, even down my spiritual path when I was out into the world and running a global business and living as a nomad and doing all these amazing things, I still had doubt coming up. I was still leaning on other people who seemed wiser or more confident than I was. And the life lesson is, it doesn't work. At some point, we have to awaken and start to trust in ourselves. So the question I want to pose to you is, how could anyone else possibly know what is best and right for you more than you? How could anyone possibly know what it feels like to live inside your shoes, inside your skin, with your heart, with your vision, with your soul, with your history? And the answer is they cannot. So we love wisdom and advisors and helpers and people to guide us, but it cannot replace the authority of your own sovereign self. And eventually, we will all come to this life lesson that no one can know for you, only you, and you're destined to come to learn to trust yourself. So right now, let's do a little energetic exercise to drop below doubt for a moment and spiritually connect or reconnect. Because every little step we take when we do these exercises creates a compounding effect. Okay, so I want you to pick one area of your life right now where you're experiencing doubt. Hold it in your mind, and we're going to do what I call heart-focused inquiry. So we'll be tapping into your heart and we'll be asking your soul what your soul higher self wants you to know about this right now, to get wisdom to support you. When you get soul connection via your heart center, I want you to know this. As you call in wisdom and you receive it and you listen, energy moves in your system. Doubt energy will start to dissolve. Alchemy starts happening. This is all happening without you even realizing it, because we're activating the divine intelligence of your heart center and we are using our consciousness to call in new wisdom. So I want you right now to close your eyes and place both your hands over your heart center, holding in mind this area where you're experiencing doubt in your life right now. And we're going to do some breathing to start with. You're going to imagine that your heart is actually your lungs, and you're going to breathe with your lungs, we're going to breathe with your heart. We're going to inhale with your heart and exhale with your heart. Okay, and we're going to do it 3 times to activate the circuitry, the wisdom and the intelligence around your heart center and get you connected. So, with your hands on your heart and your eyes closed, breathe in with your heart. Breathing in soul power. Breathe out, just relax, release energy of doubt. And breathe in, soul trust. And as you breathe out, releasing any blockages of doubt. And as you breathe in, soul confidence, breathe out, releasing any of that old energy of the past. And I want you to keep your eyes closed and just breathe gently to the natural rhythm of your body. And with your hand on your heart center, I want you to tap on your heart, tap on your chest 3, 4, 5, 6 times, as if you're knocking on the door of your soul. If you've done this with me before, you know what we're doing. So you're tapping, you're awakening, you're calling forth wisdom. Then, quietly inside your own mind, we're going to ask a question, and then we're going to be silent for 20, 30 seconds to see what guidance arises. Soul self, what do you want me to know about this area of my life where I am feeling doubt right now? What do you want me to know? And I invite you, when you're ready to come back, to open your eyes and to write down anything that you noticed. Write in your journal. Did you sense anything? Did you feel anything? Did you notice any energy? Maybe you heard a word. Maybe you heard an entire message. Do not second guess. Was that my mind? What was that? Just notice and receive what came. Say thank you for whatever came in. And you're going to use that wisdom after this video. You're going to reflect on it in your own time and utilize that wisdom to help you move forward. But right now, we're going to talk about breaking what I call the doubt loop and the lies that doubt tells us. As we start to reclaim our inner trust and confidence, it is essential to recognize the kind of repeating doubt thought patterns that are keeping you stuck. There's some very common ones. I'm going to run through all of them with you. They're little lies that doubt tells us. And when we're not consciously aware, we turn toward the story and we buy the story. And then we loop inside of it. And you can drop the story in this loop today with me in this video right now. And never ever be caught in this loop again if you want to. We want to come out of autopilot, habitual mental and emotional loops. And the only way we can do that is if we learn to notice them, interrupt them, and reframe them. So we're going to train our mind in a new direction. And I'm going to do it with you right now. Okay. So the first thing that doubt says to us is, if I was doing the right thing in my life or walking the right path, then it should just feel easy. And because I'm having some challenges and it's difficult, I must be doing the wrong thing. This is absolutely false. Okay, so if you're doubting yourself because you've got challenges, listen up. You are here on a ride called life. You are a soul, and your soul signed up to learn, heal, grow, and contribute. And you are designed to expand beyond your comfort zone, to do things you've not done before, to be an expanded version of yourself that you haven't been before, and it is not comfortable doing it. If you're looking at people and thinking that other people are just making evolutionary leaps and it's all easy and comfortable, then you're probably not getting told the whole truth. Because myself and everybody I know that's done anything that was significant in terms of moving forward beyond doubt, it was not comfortable. And it's okay. So here's the reframe for you. It is completely safe and okay to be uncomfortable. It is completely natural to have challenges in your life, and there's nothing wrong. Say to yourself, I'm just going beyond my comfort zone. I'm getting invited into learning and growth, and I'm right on track. The next thing that doubt says to us is something like this. If this path was really for me, or this goal was meant for me, then other people would surely see me and validate me, and life would reflect back to me, wouldn't it, to encourage me? And here's the reframe. Not necessarily. First of all, the reason is because life is like a spiritual growth mirror. It will mirror to you, it will show you who you are being in the world so that you can be helped to see your own blocks, your own limits, and your own shadows. So, for example, if you show up in your daily life filled with doubt, lacking confidence, not seeing yourself, not trusting yourself, and not validating yourself, guess what life is going to mirror back to you from other people? More of that. And it feels to an unaware person like salt being poured in a wound. It feels very painful. But I want to encourage you to look at this from what I call the SVP, the spiritual vantage point. What if one of your soul lessons is about coming to trust yourself, coming into self-confidence and owning your power? In that case, not getting validation from other people, not being seen or supported from other people is going to eventually prompt you to stop looking out there and to come on an inward journey, the journey your soul may be calling you to take, so that you can find what you need first from within. So the reframe is this: I need my own validation, not others. I choose to validate myself here and now. I'm going to give you some reflections if this particular doubt loop is most relevant to you. I want you to ask yourself right now, whose validation are you seeking? Whose validation are you living for? Whose opinions are swaying you off your inner knowing? Whose opinions or ideas are making you doubt yourself? And if you lived your life for the validation of other people, what is your life going to end up looking like when you get to the end and you look back? What if you lived your life validating your own heart, your own desires, and you loved yourself enough to gently trust in that just a little more each day, just 1% or 2% more each day? Then how would you feel, and what might your life end up looking like if you did that? Okay, now I'm going to give you some words. Words are very powerful. Words in the spoken word is a declaration to life. Everything is energy, and your words are energy. So I'm going to help you, give you some words that you can use right now to create a shift, an energetic shift around doubt. I choose to validate myself. And now breathe deeply into your belly. Breathe out. I choose to trust myself. Breathe deeply into your belly. We're shifting energy. Breathe out. I choose to tune into my own inner compass. Breathe deeply into your belly. And I choose to give myself the support and encouragement that I most need. One more time, breathe into your belly. Okay, next thing that doubt tells us. I don't know if this is my fear talking, my ego talking, or is it my intuition guiding me? And we get caught in a loop, second guessing ourselves. So here's the reframe. I want you to consider that fear and ego have very subtle different qualities and sensations to intuition. And as you develop a deeper awareness of yourself and start to feel into your body how different things feel, you will begin to sense the difference. At first, it can feel a little confusing, but the more you clear away inner limitations out of your system, you learn how to clear up blocked emotions and fears and old limiting beliefs, and we move that aside, then what is left is you, the pure, authentic, soulful, divinely aligned you. And when you're in that state, intuition is much louder. It's much clearer because you've cleared away the noise that gets in the way. And I can't say this enough. Clearing your inner limitations, mental and emotional, is a liberating game changer for your life. If you want more help with that, we're going to go further in this video, but if you want more help specifically with that, you can check out my Soul Odyssey mentorship program. There's a link in the description where you can find out more, because we have step-by-step processes, tools and techniques to help you going through that process of letting go of everything that is not you, so you can return to what is true within you and live from that place. So the next doubt loop, the lie that doubt tells us, is this. If I was meant to do whatever, if I was meant to do X, Y, Z, I would be better at it and I would be more successful. So because I'm not great at it and because I don't seem very successful at it, then maybe it's not for me. This is a very common doubt thought, particularly when you're following a passion, a career desire, a business you want to start, some kind of passion or hobby. Now, if you enter to do something new like that and you're thinking that it is going to be natural and easy and you're going to be perfect at it and you're going to be excellent straight away, then of course you're going to start doubting you're not cut out for it. Because you have to begin, you have to come in as a beginner, you have to grow and expand. And if you base your confidence on end results and end results only, then you are going to miss out on having a beautiful life. I've seen people do this when they come into something and it is so divinely aligned for them, and then they don't get the results they want like that, and it feels uncomfortable because they don't really know how to be great at it yet, and they give up. Because they're basing everything based on, well, it wasn't that easy and I didn't get the result I want. The reframe is this, with absolute love. It is BS to base your path in life just on getting results. We want results. I want results for you. You can have results. You can be excellent at your career. You can get the financial outcomes you want. You can get all the things you want. But here is the real deal about what's going on. It is who you are required to become and be in order to expand your life. That is what matters. When you understand that and you make that your priority to every day become more of who you're capable of being, then your life results will take care of themselves. And any path worth walking is going to push your buttons. It's going to crack you open. It's going to show you your limitations. It's going to require something of you. Quite often, when you go down a path that is very meaningful, it's going to bring up all your stuff. It's going to force you to evolve on your spiritual journey. And that is why when you follow the path of your heart, your soul, whatever you want to call it, your purpose, it's going to guide you beyond who you've been. It's going to ask you to expand. You are not going to be able to take with you all your old, boring, limited stories that have been keeping you stuck. You can't take your past with you. You can't take your traumas and your pains with you. For you to be in an expanded version of your life, and for you to express as a higher version of you, it is not going to be born out of you taking all of that baggage. So something shifts and alchemically happens in this process where you start to let go of these things and you become free to expand and to evolve into this greater version of yourself. So instead of judging yourself if you're not great at something and you've been doubting yourself, here's a reframe. I am allowed to play with life. And every day I am growing more and more in my expression, and I am becoming more and more capable every day. And that's all that you need to focus on. Now, here is the big whammy doubt lie. doubt says, I'm not good enough. The question is, for what, compared to what, and compared to whom? So let's break this down. This is a big one. This affects almost every person I have ever met through my coaching practice in 13 years, okay? There are two types of feeling not good enough. The first one is worrying or feeling or believing you're not good enough as a human being innately, full stop. The second is questioning and doubting whether you are good enough at a particular task, a skill, okay? Now, the first one, whether you are good enough as a human being, is guaranteed because you were born good enough and nothing has changed. We're going to go deeper into it in a minute. The second thing about not feeling good enough at a task or a skill, that is something you learn and you develop. You either build on your natural talent or you develop talent from scratch. Here is the problem. People confuse the two. They take a lack of skill or confidence to do something as somehow a gauge about whether they are inherently enough as a human being. So you want to know this, who you are is who you are, and what you do is what you do, and they are not the same thing. You can be terrible at something you do, and you are whole and good enough. Without doubt, without question. So let's talk about this first part, being good enough as a human being, because it is the number one core psychological rift that plagues most people and causes them emotional and life problems. And that is not feeling good enough as a person. And it is a story that we pick up inside our mind. So what is the original truth? Well, the original truth is you are a holy child of creation. That's the truth. Creation made you, whatever you call that in your faith, God, universe, divinity, oneness. It created everything beautifully, including you, and it does not make mistakes. You are a direct expression of divinity, God, creator, universe. It is enough, and you are from it, so you are enough. And your life journey is about guiding yourself home to live from that truth. To do that, we have to heal your mind of the limiting belief that says, I'm not good enough. And heal your emotional system of the feelings that say, I'm not good enough. Where did those two things come from if you weren't born with them? And the answer is this. You pick them up in your upbringing and in your experiences. Things happen, and when you're little, you make up your mind, that must mean I'm not good enough. And living in this world, we sometimes accidentally or on purpose get trained and conditioned into the falsehood that we are a small being and that we're not enough. So you might know where you picked up a belief of not feeling good enough, but you definitely weren't born with it. You were definitely born shiny, joyful, free-spirited, creative, and vibrant. And it's just life experience that led your mind astray into this loop of I'm not good enough. Remember, why are we talking about this? Because we're talking about doubt. And if we walk around with an underlying subconscious perception that I'm missing something and I'm not good enough, you are going to doubt yourself. That's the natural consequence. So your task, your opportunity is to release those untruths from your system. And no one else can do it for you. I can absolutely help you, but you have to choose that that's what you want, that you want to be free of it. You'll find links in the descriptions to lots of ways that I can help you, my books, my coaching, my mentorship. If you don't choose, then by default you loop. And I'm going to share with you something that can be a little confronting to hear. And that is that society benefits from you being weakened, small, and doubting. And it's not like an evil thing or a dangerous thing, but just hear me out. You are easily led, and you are a perfect consumer when you don't feel good enough. You take on worldviews that are given to you as facts. You don't trust your inner knowing. You place your authority and your trust in other people. You believe things that you need to get things outside of you to fill you up, to make you better and make you more enough. And it just carries you deeper and deeper and deeper into this loop. And it doesn't have to be that way, because that's not who you are. And so something magical happens when you start to awaken and you say, I'm over this. I'm going to live from my own authority. and you decide that you start to look at yourself as, I am good enough. And I always have been. And yes, that's what's happened. I got led astray. My mind started telling me something else. So here's a reframe for you. I am a holy child of God, created divinity, universe, oneness. I am whole and complete and always have been. I was born good enough, and everything else that I was led to believe is an illusion, and I am now going to live from the truth. Okay, next one. Here's another message that doubt tries to sell you. Other people are better than me. They're on track. I'm off track. I'm not where I need to be. I'm behind. People say this to me all the time. I'm behind. Here's the reframe. If you're caught up in a comparison trap, I want you to just remember this. Every person, you, me, and everyone else, are born good enough. We're all holy children. We're all whole and complete. Other people might be more skilled at certain things than you, or maybe they've got more training than you, but that does not mean they are better than you, okay? If you're living in a perspective of superiority and inferiority, meaning you view yourself and other people on scales, well, that person's better than me and that person's not better than me, this will create you instant suffering for your entire life. We have to start to reframe this. And if you are constantly looking at other people and saying, well, that person's better than me, that person's more successful, I'm just going to open up a different way of looking at things. Every single person that you're looking at in your life, they were born naked with nothing. And every person that you know is going to die on this planet naked with nothing. Every person came from Source, God Creator, and everyone is going home to the same place. And each of us came here as a bright little soul into a sweet little baby body, wanting to do life. And all of us are walking a unique Dharma, our own soul journey mission. Every one of us have our own soul lessons. They're different and different contribution. We are working on different things in this lifetime. You cannot be compared to anyone else. When you place your focus outward onto other people, I'll tell you what happens. You lose all your power. You lose all your power. So if you feel powerless and helpless and weak, you want to bring all your focus inward back. Why? Because the power of the universe is inside of you. It is breathing you. It is alivening you. You put your focus out on other people, you're going to get really rocky in your life. Okay? So we're turning inward to reconnect to the power of who we really are. And I'll tell you this, from 13 years of doing transformation coaching and life coaching and performance coaching and spiritual coaching, behind everybody, even including quotations, very successful people, behind everybody is just a person with their stuff. Humans with goals and aspirations, pains and traumas, mindset stuff, ego stuff, masks, doubts, gold, magic, miracles, gifts, all of it. You just don't see it. You're just seeing a one-dimensional surface. So I'm going to invite you now to stop making up any stories about other people and about yourself that make you feel small. You have to interrupt this. So the reframe is this. I choose to have reverence and love for myself. I am walking my own unique path and I am right on track and right on time. The second you really come into this space, you repeat that, you use those words and you feel into it, doubt is going to start to dissolve. It's going to alchemize that energy. Now, side note, you'll hear me talking a lot about souls, purpose, and journeys as we talk about doubt. If you are interested in exploring that and you're confused about anything I'm sharing, you can go and download, with the link in the description, my Soul Answers free guide, and that will help you learn more. Okay, the next doubt lie. We need to break them all. I'm not going to leave any stones unturned for you. It says this. I don't know if I can handle what I want to create. I don't know if I get it, if I get what I want, can I cope with it? Will I be capable of handling it? Or will getting what I want overwhelm me? Doubt will often say to people, what I want, it's too much for me. Here's the reframe. Life does not give you what you aren't divinely ready for. You will get what serves the evolution of your consciousness, and you will get what your soul is ready for. Okay? And something else really interesting happens in the getting of what you want. It's very beautiful. When you receive something that you have never had before, more health, more love, more energy, more wealth, more opportunity, you are not used to receiving it. You don't have any experience of receiving that next level, okay? And your energy field has to expand. Your consciousness and heart have to expand to know how to hold more blessings. And so as you step forward and you want to receive more and you want to dissolve doubt, it's about opening up into trust. Because often people will subconsciously avoid and they'll actually sabotage themselves from having what they want. Money will come to them and they'll lose it. Relationships will come and they'll sabotage it. Success will arrive and they'll walk the other way because they doubt that they can handle it. So we have to learn a really important life skill about expanding our capacity to receive and to handle and to hold and manage more that life wants to give us. And you simply do it in practice as you receive. So here's the mental reframe. I'm growing day by day in my capacity to receive and hold what I want, and it is good and right for me to do so. The next doubt lie is it says to us, I don't know if I'm deserving of what I want. And here's the reframe. You are a holy child. All of creation is yours to play with. There is nothing that you don't deserve. You do not have to earn it. You do not have to trade for it. You do not have to demonstrate your deservedness. You do not have to prove you worked hard for it. None of it. This is not between you and society. This is not between you and other people. This is between you and your maker or your creator who wants to bless you. So my question to you is this. Is God, creator, divinity, universe deserving? And if you are a pure expression of that, then how are you not as deserving? So again, will you open your heart? Will you allow yourself to receive endless blessings? To know that you are innately deserving of all the air you breathe? You don't question that. Of all the water you drink? You don't question that. You're deserving of the food you eat? You're not questioning that. You're deserving of the joy you feel and the smiles that you have, you don't question that. And so how are those blessings okay for you and different? Different to you deserving a loving relationship or a career promotion or wealth or health? And the answer is it's not different unless you believe it's different. And here's the kicker, we just get conditioned by our culture, our family, our society, with beliefs that say some things are okay to have and I deserve it and some things are not. And you can change your mind anytime you want. So here's the reframe, very simple. I am deserving, full stop. No discussion. And the opportunity you have right now is to formulate your own soulful relationship with Source that blesses you. And to see yourself not as this small separate person, but as a beloved, whole, complete, worthy, deserving, and good enough part of creation. And when you see yourself that way, which is the truth of who you are, doubt dissolves. The energy of doubt cannot live in that frequency. You know that creation supports you, is you, and you begin to speak to yourself that way. You begin to tell yourself the things that reflect that truth. When you do that, everything starts shifting in a new direction. So, understanding these patterns that we've talked about with doubt is really powerful. And I've shown you how you can start reframing them day to day inside your mind. But please know this, if you want to be fully free of doubt, we have to clear it energetically. Because it is an emotion, it is an energy inside your system. Doubt is not just mental, it's also emotional. So we're going to do a little exercise using EFT, emotional freedom techniques, also known as tapping. It is the stimulation of meridian points to help release and discharge energy that doesn't serve you, rebalance the energy in your system, bring you out of stress response, and create a greater calm and spaciousness with them. So I want you to notice now that yes, you have doubtful thoughts, but where is doubt living inside your body? Where does it live inside your body? Just notice, where do you feel it? Because when you go out in your life and something triggers you and doubt comes up, the biggest way you know you're in doubt is you don't feel good, because you feel it inside your body, right? So we're going to try this now. If you haven't done tapping before, you can just follow along with me. It's really simple, really easy, and really effective. We're going to process and release doubt energy in your system. We're going to calm your system. We're going to create a new balance within you. Very alchemical. Write down in your journal one thing that you feel doubt about. Notice, where is doubt living in your body? Where do you feel it? In your gut? In your chest? Is it tightness? Is it in your shoulders? Just notice. You might, if you want to, give it a rating 1 to 10, 1 being not really noticeable at all, and 10 being very super intense. And then you're just going to follow along with me. So we're going to tap on the side of the hand here. And repeat after me. Even though I feel doubt, I accept this feeling, and I am safe here and now. And again, even though I feel doubt, I accept myself, I accept this feeling, and I am completely safe. And even though I'm second guessing myself, it's okay I feel this way, and I'm safe right now. Okay, and then I want you to just tap on the inside of your eyebrow right here, and just repeat after me, all this doubt. Outside of the eye, I'm always second guessing myself. Very good. Under the eye, I feel so unsure. Under the nose, I am sick and tired of doubting myself. On the chin, it's been really hard to trust myself. On the chest, just hear the collarbone point, tapping here. Sometimes I notice negative thoughts that make me doubt myself. Really good. Under the arm, maybe I feel I'm not good enough. Top of the head, maybe I've been comparing myself to other people. Inside of the eye, maybe I feel unsure if the path I'm on is even right for me. Outside of the eye, I'm sick and tired of this doubt. Under the eye, ready to release these feelings of doubt. Okay, I just want you to pause for a moment, and I want you to notice where the doubt is in your body, and we're going to breathe into that place. So just keep tapping under your eye. Notice where the doubt is in your body. Breathe into that place. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Send the breath there. Breathe out. We're moving energy. Under the nose, I'm so ready to let it go. On the chin, doubt is not my enemy, it's just energy. You're doing a great job. On the chest, tapping here. I'm ready to release that. Breathing into your belly. Under the arm, I choose to let go and relax more. Top of the head, I don't have to buy into the thoughts in my mind. Inside of the eyebrow, I choose today to release doubt. Just breathe in. Outside of the eye, my brain and body are so smart. The energy is already rebalancing. Under the eye, I choose to trust my soul. Under the nose, to trust my inner knowing. On the chin, all is well. On the chest, I'm right on track and right on time. Under the arm, I'm ready for this new beginning. Top of the head, I love myself and I'm good enough. Okay, and then relax your arms. Just take a breath into your body. Notice if you feel more spaciousness. I can even right now feel my chest is more open, my breathing is more free. This is the magic. So with some of that doubt energy now dissolved and cleared, it's time to focus on strengthening what's already in you that works for you, which is your intuition and your inner trust. So we're going to explore how to connect in with this powerful guidance system that's within you. First of all, obviously, what blocks your intuition? Well, we've already talked about that. That's your mind and your emotions. If you live in your mind, then you're not living in your heart and your body where your intuition is. And that's why we used reframing to help you come out of that. Plus, if we are emotionally overloaded and dysregulated in our nervous system, then we don't really sense our intuition because we're in stress response, we're in fight, flight, we're in contraction, which is why we just use some breathing and tapping to move the energy and open up. So you are perfectly placed to be more present and to be able to connect in from a calm center to notice inside your body what intuition feels like. To start to learn how your intuition is communicating with you. Okay, I'm going to guide you through a really simple energy exercise called felt sensation to help you feel inside your body what your inner guidance system feels like. It's really simple and it's really fun. So I want you to consider that you have a unique energetic response to truth, to what is good for you and what is right. And on the flip side, you have a very unique energetic response when something is false, unaligned, not good for you, and is a no for you. You feel that response inside your body. So if you're always lost in your mind, you miss the cues. We can get familiar with what does a yes inside your body feel like and what does a no feel like. A yes from your body, from your intuition, will often feel like openness and lightness. And a no from your body will often feel like contraction and heaviness. This is basically resonance, a yes, truth, and dissonance, a no, not aligned. And we're starting to cue into what is that for you. Now, here's how we're going to notice. I want you to bring to mind something or someone or some place that you absolutely love, okay? I want you to pick that and I want you to bring it into your mind and into your heart. So think of that person, think of that place. You know you love it. It's aligned for you. It's true for you. It's a yes for you. Now notice how you feel inside your body. You have a unique energetic response to that. That's called resonance. That's called your intuition saying yes. That's openness. Now we're going to test out what a no feels like. I want you to think of something, someone, or somewhere that you are absolutely not in agreement with. You do not want, you do not like. Something that you are a hard no for and you're certain about it. Bring that thing, personal place, bring it into your mind now. Feel inside your body and notice how that feels inside your body. Notice what your body does when you are a no for something. Does it feel like heaviness or contraction? What we're doing is we're using known quantities to notice what is your yes and no. What is your intuition? What is your resonance and dissonance? You're getting familiar with the felt sensations inside your system that can guide you. That's just one way that you can start to tune into your inner guidance. Other ways that you can start tuning in and learning to listen for these whispers of your intuitive self is to meditate. Really good one. Creates space, gets you more connected internally, less outer stimulation. Another one is to notice that when you come to truth, you might notice goosebumps, what we call truth bumps, or truth shivers when you hear something or see something. That is another way your body reacts when it's in resonance with something that's true. You can also do a really simple reflection exercise and say, in the past, when I got a hunch about something and I knew something to be true, and in hindsight, I was right, my intuition was right about someone or something, what did that hunch feel like in your body? What was that knowingness? How did you know you were getting some intuition? Learn from your past. The more you begin to acknowledge how intuition is showing up, the more clear and strong it's going to become, okay? Now, here's something fascinating. When you're tuning into your intuition and you're learning to trust in it, what are you really tuning into? Where is intuition coming from? And you might say, well, it's my intuition. Well, hang on a minute. Where does intuition come from? I want to share with you why getting out of doubt and beginning to trust yourself is not about you trusting your mind. It's not about you trusting your ego. It's not about you trusting your lived past experiences or your education or your IQ or the knowledge you've accumulated or your personality. Something else is going on because your mind is just an accumulation of past stuff. And your personality and your body are beautiful, but they're the vehicle and the costume of your life. It's all very helpful for navigational tools, but shifting from doubt to trust and into confidence, it will go sky high really fast when you realize where the intuition is coming from. When you realize it's coming from the divine intelligence that creates all of creation, from your soul, which is connected to all of that. That is what you are trusting in. That is what you are connecting to. That is what you're building a relationship, and that is what you're building your confidence upon. The more you realize that, the stronger you will feel, okay? So now that we've done a few energy shifting exercises to drop into the heart, we released doubt energy and we started to tune into our inner guidance system, the final step to support you in a life of trust and confidence is to choose to live your life, practically speaking, what you do in your life, align it to your intuition, align it in practice with action to your sense of your soulful self and your higher purpose. When you're in sync with your higher self and you're living your unique soul-aligned life, what is purposeful for you, then doubt will just slowly begin to dissolve. That's the power of being in alignment with the energy of your higher self. So I'm going to do an entire other video on that. If it's already out at the time of releasing this, you'll see it on screen. You'll find it linked with this video, okay? But I do want to touch on it really briefly to ensure we integrate it so we understand that it is actually an important piece of living in trust and confidence and not in doubt. Here's what it looks like. If you are living your life aligned to society or your parents' expectations of you or norms or old mindset conditioning you picked up or fear, then you are not living your life. You are living a conditioned life. And it's okay because it happens to all of us. And you will feel inside that kind of life, you will feel like something is off or missing. And you'll start to have experiences like doubt because you're out of sync with your true self. And by the way, it's not your fault. And by the way, you didn't do anything wrong. It's meant to happen until we wake up and we grow and we expand and we go, oh, I'm going to live by my North Star. I'm going to live from my true compass. And I'm going to have the courage to do that. Okay? So when you connect in with this and you're being guided from something pure and something greater than you, something that is very soulful and unique for you, that becomes a barometer that you live by and you guide your life on that, not on society telling you what to do. Okay? You can get started right now if you want. You can go and grab my free masterclass, Design Your Soul Aligned Life. If you want to dive in deeper, there'll be links in the description for you for that. So as we come to the end of this session, thank you for staying with me and gifting yourself this opportunity to get out of a life of doubt and into a life of trust and confidence. I really want you to integrate everything that you've explored with me here today. So we're going to do one really short little energy shifting and grounding practice to finish off, a little breath work, positive psychology, and some tapping. All you need to do is follow along with me. Inside of the eye, I remember who I really am. Outside of the eye, I'm a soul. I am love. Under the eye, intuition is guiding me from within. Under the nose, I tune out the noise of my past. On the chin, I tune out the noise of society. On the chest, I tune into my authentic self and my intuition within. Under the arm, I'm walking my own path. And I'm right on track. I'm right on time. Top of the head, I've already dissolved some doubt today and woken up my soul power within. Then just relax your hands, and I just want you to take one beautiful breath into your belly, moving any more energy that's in there. Breathe in and breathe out. So, now that you understand where doubt came from and how to shift it, and you've done these soulful energy shifting practices with me, what's one small step or action you could take today from a place of new trust in yourself that will help you move yourself forward? It's been such a pleasure sharing this with you. I invite you to leave me a comment below and let me know where you're at. Thanks for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.